About Association of Indian Management Schools? It's a 34-year-old networking body of B schools in India, having a membership of about 600 top management institutions. AIMS focuses on professionalization of management education, protects interests of B schools, represents management institutions at national and international forums, financially supports members in academic events, funds research projects on management, disseminates management-related knowledge through its annual Management Education Convention, conferences, seminars, roundtables and workshops, organizes free weekly webinars on knowledge sharing and inspiring young leaders sessions for management faculty and students, supports B schools in admissions through Atma, AIMS test for management admissions. Visit https://atmaims.com for more details. Publishes a biannual AIMS Journal of Management. Visit https://aimsjournal.com for more details. Circulates a quarterly e-newsletter on AIMS activities. Conducts workshops on case writing. Encourages AIMS members to be part of decision-making processes as members of chapter management committees and the executive board. Encourages students' participation in free weekly quiz competitions by providing support to interested institutions. Facilitates networking and interaction among B schools. Why would you like to remain a non-member of AIMS? Pay a very low one-time membership fee and enjoy many lifetime benefits. Visit https://aims.org.in for more details.
Very good afternoon to everyone and welcome to Association of Indian Management Schools AIMS Knowledge Sharing Session for faculty members. I am Dr. Rashmi Mahajan, the moderator of today's session. Let me give a brief introduction about myself. I'm a professor, head of Department of International Business and Deputy Director of Balaji Institute of International Business at Sri Balaji University, Pune. I'm a triple postgraduate and have done my Masters of Computer Management, Postgraduate Diploma in Business Management, and Masters of Business Studies, Marketing. I've acquired my PhD in Marketing Management in 2014 and have a Diploma in Training and Development from Indian Society for Training and Development, ISTD, Pune chapter. I have about 19 years of experience teaching undergraduate as well as postgraduate students and have 2 scholars pursuing their PhD under me. I've published various research papers in national as well as international Scopus Index journals and have 2 patents published under my name. Today, under AIMS Knowledge Sharing Session for faculty members, we would look into emerging trends in marketing, Marketing 5.0. Today's session will be delivered by Dr. Sanjit Kumar Das, and it gives me immense pleasure in introducing Dr. Das, who is not only my colleague, but also a very dear friend. Dr. Sanjit Kumar Das is a director of Balaji Institute of Technology and Management. He's a professor and HOD marketing at Balaji University, Pune, and he is MSc in agriculture, MBA, where he was the 3rd topper of the university, MPhil and PhD in management. Dr. Das has around 1.5 years of industry experience working for Monsanto, a US Fortune 500 company. He has around 21 years of academic experience and has published 1 book. He has many research papers published in reputed national and international journals and presented papers in various national and international seminars. He has participated in faculty development programs conducted by IIM Kozhikode and Visakhapatnam. He has presented his PhD thesis in IIM Indore during Excellence in Research and Education Conference 2009 and currently has 4 PhD scholars pursuing their PhD under his able guidance. Recently, one of his papers got accepted in International Marketing Conference Marketing 5.0 conducted by IIM Visakhapatnam, and he has presented the paper. Before I hand over the virtual stage to our speaker, Let me give out some important instructions. Participants will not be able to unmute themselves. In case of any questions, you can put it in the Zoom chat box, which will be taken at the end during the Q&A session. Feedback and the attendance link will be shared during the Q&A session and would be available only for 15 minutes. So participants, to kindly note that certificates will be issued to those who submit the feedback form. Now, without further ado, let me call upon Dr. Sanjit Kumar Das to take over the virtual stage. Over to you, Dr. Das.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Very good afternoon to everyone, all the esteemed members. A good afternoon. We are going to talk about emerging trends in marketing, that is 5.0, marketing 5.0. So now I just thought of starting this session with the definition given by Philip Kotler recently. I was attending a seminar by Professor Kotler, where he was defining marketing as CCDVTP. That is, creating, communicating, delivering value to the target with a profit. But now, in this present era, instead of talking value for money, the marketers should think how they can offer value for so many people. That is value for many. Now, I thought I should share some of the behavioral changes that customer behavior and expectations are changing. Now, you just see the research says that 75% of the online customers expect help within 5 minutes. 70% of app users prefer added functionality over look and feel app. 61% of the customers are more likely to buy from companies that deliver customer content. 75% of the consumers have used comparison apps for consumer goods. 79% of the consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations. And 60% of the US consumers are concerned about privacy on online transactions. That we'll discuss in detail later. Now, coming to this present scenario, generally, we all are customers. We think that our needs are standstill, but you also agree with me that needs are not standstill over 2 years or 3 years. It is every time it is changing. So to cope up with that, marketer doesn't also stand still like the whole world. It is constantly changing and adapting to the environment. And that is the need of the hour. And that we are going to talk in marketing 5.0. Now, seeing the evaluation of marketing, we should start with marketing 1.0. That talks about product-driven marketing. That means marketer, they focus more on the product. In marketing 2.0, it is customer-oriented. That talks about that customer is the king. Beyond that, marketing 3.0 talks about human-centric marketing. Marketing 4.0 talks about digital marketing. But the topic that we are going to deal, that is marketing 5.0, that talks about a mix of marketing 4.0 and marketing 3.0, that is digital as well as human. That is all about technology for humanity. Now, just have a look on the digital literacy and digital population across India as of February 2023. 467 million people are using social media and 692 million people are active internet users. 658 million internet users in India in January 2022. India internet penetration rate stood at 47% of the total population at the start of 2022. But as per the analysis of KPIs, that indicates that internet user in India increased by 34 million. That is 5.4% if you compare 2021 and 2022. Now, it's quite interesting. We are talking a lot about technology, but there is some limitations. Like what machine can read only the pattern of action, that is the buying behavior. But what humans can read, that is underlying motive for action, that is the attitude and value that the customer they give to this decision making. Now we should know something about the knowledge management hierarchy. Like when we talk about machine domains, it is limited to data, information, knowledge. But when we talk about human domain, it is about noise, wisdom, and insight. That is much more important beyond machine, but definitely machine helps in that. So there are three challenges now in the digital era the marketer they face. What are those? One is the generation gap, the prosperity polarization, and digital divide. Coming to this generation gap, you also agree with me, this is in present situation, it's quite interesting to note that we have 5 generation people, they are living on the earth. Starting from baby boomers, Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, and Generation Alpha. Who are the baby boomers? Those who took birth between 1946 to 1964. Gen X, 1965 to 1980. Gen Y, 1981 to 1996. Gen Z is 1997 to 2009. And Gen Alpha is all about 2010 to 2025. Now, why it is interesting? Because you just see this 5 generations we are talking about, but the choice of brands or the brand preference, that also varies. Like if you take about baby boomers, Gen X and Gen Y, they prefer established brand as compared to the emerging brands. But Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z, they are more inclined to experiential brands. But Gen Y, Gen Z, and Gen Alpha, they are more inclined towards emerging brands. So it's really a challenge in front of the marketer, how best they can satisfy everyone, all the customers. Now, the second one is about prosperity polarization. Why it occurs? Because it is there in all aspects of human life, starting from work to ideology to lifestyle to markets. And to solve this problem, company must orient themselves how best they can orient this marketing towards achieving this SDG, that is all 17 strategic development goals. Let us have a look on this. This is defined by UNO, this 17 strategic development goals. Now, you just see there we have to take inclusivity and sustainability. And there are 4 quadrants. When we talk about wealth distribution from human perspective, the SDGs number 1 like no poverty, 0 hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, and reduce inequalities. They comes under that. But when we talk about wealth distribution and from environmental perspective, this talks about clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, sustainable cities and communities. Coming to this wealth creation from humanitarian perspective, there are 4 goals are there. That is decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, peace, justice, strong institution, and partnership for the goals. When we talk about wealth creation from environmental perspective, again, there are 4 goals. That is responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, and life on land. So marketer has to align their marketing activity for this SDG. Now the third challenge is about digital divide. There are a lot of pros and cons. Let us discuss this. There are 5 perils and 5 promises as defined by Kotler in his book. What are the perils? Like automation and loss of jobs, trust and fear of unknown, privacy and security concern, filter bubble and post-truth era, digital lifestyle and behavioral side effects. But there are a lot of promises like digital economy and wealth creation, big data and lifelong learning, smart living and augmented being, improved wellness and life extension, and sustainability and social inclusivity. So the marketer should also communicate and try to convince the customer, and they should communicate the promises rather than the perils, because there are a lot of advantages over some shortcomings are there. So now there are two important elements involved in it. What is that? Whether the market is ready. What is market? It is nothing but the collection of actual and potential buyers. That means whether our customers are ready for it. That is the demand side. But at the same time, what is there from the supply side? That is whether assessing the ability of companies to digitalize the business process, whether the companies are ready. So both the things we have to see, whether the customer are ready and whether the marketer is also ready to deliver this. Now, something about technology compass. It talks about personal, social, and experiential. We should ask question like, does the technology address human selective attention by enabling personalization? Does technology allow human to maintain control by allowing customization? Does technology facilitate interpersonal connection among humans? Does technology uplift quality of life by dividing social aspiration? Does technology enhance ability to deliver better high-touch interaction? Does technology enable continuous customer experience innovation? This is the food for thought. Now, let us see what is the digital readiness. This is a matrix which talks about the customer digital readiness and company digital readiness. So we should start with the first one, that is the origin. Like when the customer digital readiness is low and the company digital readiness is also low, what are the industries they fall in this category? They are all healthcare and hospitality. Coming to the next one, that is organic, where the customer digital readiness is very high, but the company digital readiness is low. That is the industry automotive. But where the company digital readiness is very high, but the customer digital readiness is very low, that is the industry that talks about retailing, that we call as onward. But Omni is the best one where both the things are high, customer digital readiness as well as company digital readiness, that the industry they fall in this category are financial services and high tech. Then what we should do? What should be the strategy? The strategy is we have to educate more and more, and the customer should migrate to digital channels. At the same time, the marketer should build their capability so that we can reach to Omni stage. Now, let us talk about something next tech. What it is? It is a time for human-like technology to take off. We talk about sensory marketing, a lot of things are. But here you see, there are 6 ways the technology, the machine, they mimic the human. What is that? From the human perspective, we talk about thinking. From machine perspective, now we talk about artificial intelligence. When human, we are talking about communicating. From machine perspective, it is nothing but NLP, that is natural language processing. When we talk about sensing, from human perspective, from machine perspective, it is sensor tech. From human perspective, when we talk about moving, from machine perspective, it is robotics. From human perspective, when we talk about imagining, from machine perspective, it is all about mixed reality. When we talk about connecting from human perspective, from machine perspective, it is IoT and blockchain. Now I'm going to talk all about these 6 languages. So to start with, let us start with artificial intelligence. These 6 things are otherwise coined as the new age marketing. But just recently attending this IAM conference where professor from Rennes University, Rennes Business School, France, he was talking about Professor Balaji, M. Balaji, he was talking about new age marketing. So when we talk about artificial intelligence, what is that? Artificial intelligence allows companies to conduct market research in real time. How it is being used by company, let us see. Like some financial companies, they use this AI for fraud detection and credit scoring. Google, we all are accustomed with it. Whenever we are writing something, the letter is suggested. Like suppose we write thank, automatically you will come. So suggest letters. Amazon, we all are exposed to Amazon, Flipkart, all these e-commerce platforms where they suggest product and brand recommendation by seeing our past history of product preferences. Uber, it talks about dynamic pricing by using AI. So here, Uber, whenever we are finding a price from a place A to B, it is not about only the distance, the route we are going to take, the time we are placing the order, but at the same time, it also takes into consideration the loyalty of the customer. That's why two customers, they might be giving an order from a particular place for a transportation from place A to B, but the pricing that varies because they factored all this. That is because of this artificial intelligence. Coming to this car insurance, now the claim settlement is done by analyzing the image itself. Next, about NLP, natural language processing. It is the training of machines to produce the human way of communication, both written and spoken language. Like take the example of chatbots, servicing and selling. Like there are some examples where B2B companies like HubSpot and RapidMiner, they are using this NLP. And in B2C examples like Lyft, Sephora and Starbucks, they are using this. But why these things are, there are a lot of acceptance of this kind of things because of a lot of popularity of WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, WeChat. These are contributing all this. We all are conversant about chatbots and ChatGPT. Now Gita GPT also has come into existence. Then coming to the next one that talks about sensor tech. In addition to text and speech recognition, computers also learn from image and face recognition, like sending thank you notes, brand switching. Like, now the marketer, by seeing the past history and all this information, they target the customer based on different level of competition. I hope you all are aware of there are different 4 levels of competition. That is based on the form level, based on the category level, based on the need based, and finally it is based on the budget level competition. So the moment a marketer will come to know that customer is not using its product, but the competitor's product, they can target that customer and try to convert that customer into their kitty. Tesco is a retail giant. They are using this sensor tech for improved planogram. What is planogram? Planogram is all about arrangement of all the products, layout of all the products in the retail outlet. Like Decathlon, they are using self-checkout and they try to understand the emotions as well. Coming to the next one, it's quite interesting. That is about robotics. A growing trend, that is RPA, robot process automation, involves software robotics. Why marketers they are embracing this? Because of cost saving. There are some of the quite interesting examples, like in Japan, Toyota and Honda CareBots, they're being used for elderly assistance. SoftBank's Robot Paper, they are using for personal companion in nursing homes and sales assistants in retail stores. Nestle Japan, they are using this robot for making, selling and serving coffee to the customers. Aloft Hotel in Cappuccino, they named this as bottler, that is being used for room service, and instead of monetary tips, they receive tweets. Studio Hotel in Singapore, they use this robot as a chef to make omelette. Why robot as service agent? Because of these reasons, like personalize, efficiency and consistency, and cost effective. Coming to this a very buzzword that mixed reality, AR, VR, XR, all this. Mixed reality is nothing but a combination of AR and VR. What is AR? Augmented reality. That is when we convert a physical thing to a virtual thing. Like the best example is Pokemon Go gaming. But VR is just the reverse of AR, virtual reality, where the physical thing we try, the digital thing that we want to realize as physical. Quite interesting to note that Sony and Nintendo, Mercedes-Benz, Toyota and Chevrolet, they are using this mixed reality, virtual reality in a large scale. Like the Volio, they are using this VR where customer not only seeing Mona Lisa painting in a very close proximity, but they can try to understand the stories behind the painting by Leonardo da Vinci. And coming to this extended reality, that is the buzzword now, where metaverse come into existence, where metaverse, the elements, the virtual things, they can interact with the individuals. Coming to this IoT, nothing but it refers to the interconnectivity of machines and devices that interact with each other. Like Disney, they use it. A lot of companies they are using. It is because of cost effective. So any device, anybody, anywhere, for any business, any network, anytime. Then coming to this blockchain, this is quite a buzzword now. It is nothing but a digital database or ledger that is distributed among the nodes of a peer-to-peer network. Each block that contains all past transactions, and once a block is completed, it can never be changed and will give you the next block in the chain. Like IBM with Unilever, they are working on digital advertising placement. There are 6 enablers. Like if you talk about this NLP and AI, all these things were there from 1950 and 1960. But it could not catch the attention of both the customer as well as marketer because there are a lot of challenges. Now it is easy because of these 6 enablers. One is the computing power. That is the power of the computer for programming. Then the softwares are openly available, open source softwares. We need not to purchase that we can use like R programming. Then the internet, the speed of the internet. Then cloud computing, where lot of data can be stored. Then mobile devices, all these smartphones, the efficacy of all this, how powerful it is. And finally, the big data, where the marketer, if data is not there, they can't do anything. They are playing with all this data for which they require all these other things and which enables this technology. Now, we should know something about this customer experience, the new customer experience. I'm going to share a quite interesting thing. That is this Hanna Hotel of Japan. They got the Guinness Book of World Record because they have first time used this robo-staffed hotel. But the interesting thing here, you can make out what is the limitation of a robo, that whenever a guest started snoring, the tabletop robo feel that they're inquiring something and the robo started waking up the guest. So immediately the company, this hotel, they have removed 50% of the robots. So there is a limitation. We can use this robot, but not at the cost of human intervention. Now, as mentioned earlier, Marketing 5.0 includes a combination of human orientation and technology orientation so that it can enhance the customer experience. As per McKinsey report, 44% of the global customers adopt web rooming while 23% embrace showrooming. I hope you know what is web rooming and what is showrooming. Research by Transcosmos, they have done a research taking 8 Asian cities where they found customers, they want to both adopt web roaming and show roaming. It is based on the different category. That means in some cases, based on the category, they want to use web roaming. In some cases, they want to use show roaming. That is high tech, yet high touch is also required. Now, let us revisit this customer experience. The key to winning this competition no longer rests on the product, but how the customer evaluate, purchase, use, and recommend it. This customer experience has become a new effective way for companies to create and deliver more customer value. I know you know all about customer deliver value, which is nothing but a difference of total customer value minus total customer cost, TCV minus TCC. As per Salesforce survey, 1/3 of the connected customers are willing to pay more for a great customer experience. As per PwC research, 3 out of 4 customers say that a great customer experience will make them stay loyal. And automatically, it will give you a lot of LTV, that is lifetime value. Customers would pay a price premium up to 16% for a better customer experience. Now you see, the research says that 65% of the customer, they won't mind paying a higher price, but not at the cost of customer experience. That means customer experience is having an edge over price. Here, there are 5 A's in what way we can achieve this advancement in the technology or the marketing 5.0. So what are those things? That aware, appeal, ask, act, and advocate. Customers are exposed to brands from experience arts and recommendations. Based on that, customers process the brand message and become attracted to the selected brands. Once they are attracted, they are prompted by their curiosity. Customers research for more information. Reinforced by more information, customer decide which brand to buy and use. And over time, customer develop a sense of loyalty demonstrated through advocacy. That we call as apostol or evangelism, that they advocate other customers to go, or in terms of Keller, they talks about resonance. This is something beyond the loyalty of the customers. Now, how they can leverage this thing? This can be used in all the fronts, like marketer they are using in advertising, in content marketing. You know, there are 2 types of personality that exist. One is they are more inclined towards a lot of information. Some are more inclined towards more of images, right? Then the direct marketing, then sales CRM, in distribution channel, product and services, and service CRM. In these cases, marketer, they are using this advanced technology. How this technology will help? Like make more informed decision based on the big data, definitely. Marketer can predict outcome and they frame the marketing strategy and tactics. Being the contextual digital experience to the physical world so that the purchase will be more seeing and believing. Augment frontline marketers' capacity to deliver value and speed up marketing execution. All these are backed by the technology. So technology is going to help marketer in this way. Now, there are 5 components of this marketing 5.0. That is data-driven marketing, agile marketing. These 2 are the discipline. And there are 3 applications, that is predictive marketing, contextual marketing, and augmented marketing. Let us know one by one. What is data-driven marketing? This is nothing but the activity of collecting and analyzing big data from various internal and external sources, as well as building data ecosystem to drive and optimize marketing decisions. So it talks about like increase efficiency, reach the customers, and improve performance. The next one is about predictive marketing. is the process of building and using predictive analytics, sometimes with machine learning, to predict the result of marketing activities before launch. Like you predict the behavior, optimize the marketing performance, then machine learning will come to existence, all these things. Then coming to this contextual marketing is the activity of identifying and profiling. You know, we talk about segmentation, targeting, and positioning. So where we are profiling and we are targeting to the customer. So profiling as well as providing customer with personalized interaction by utilizing sensors and digital interface in physical space. So it talks about my language, my location, purchase history, my device, past behavior, connectivity, all this context. If the marketer will know, they can target better. Then augmented marketing. It is all about augmented reality. Is the use of digital technology to improve the productivity of customer-facing marketers with human mimicking technology such as chatbots and visual assistants. And the last one, that is agile marketing. Agile marketing is the use of decentralized cross-functional teams to conceptualize, design, develop, and validate products and marketing campaigns rapidly. Like you implement, deliver feedback, then planning. So finally, I should conclude with a quotation like machines are cool, but humans are warm. I have referred these two books. There's a beautiful book of, there are three authors. The Bible of marketing was written, the God of marketing, you can say, that is Philip Kotler, with two Indonesian authors like Hermawan Karjuaj and Ivan Setiawan, and the other reference I have given. And that is from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. It was an enthralling session. Now I'm opening the forum for the question and answer. A couple of questions have already come in. The first question that is asked is, what is the basic difference between marketing 4.0 and marketing 4.0 or 5.0?
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. The basic difference is, we talk about in marketing 4.0, Kotler has mentioned about digital marketing, but he has never mentioned about the humanity. So marketing 5.0 that talks about technology for humanity, it's a mix of technology plus humanity. That is marketing 4.0, that is digitalization, as well as 3.0, that is about humanity.
Sir, in your session, you were talking about a lot of, realities. Can you throw some light on what do you understand by extended reality? Because I think it will be very relevant in the context of marketing 5.0.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Extended reality, we talk about augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality. Mixed reality is nothing but a mix of augmented reality and virtual reality. But extended reality, it is something beyond this, where these virtual things, they start interacting with the human beings. So that is something beyond only the virtual thing, where we can interact with all these elements.
Okay, interesting, sir. Sir, since we were talking about the execution of how marketing 5.0 can be beneficial, so there's one question that Dr. Sabyasachi Dasgupta has asked, that what process do you think companies should adopt so that they can find out how much and when they should execute marketing 5.0?
Yes. So now we are talking about big data and all this. The moment we come to know, now this is the age where we can use this marketing 5.0. The moment we come to know about the customer behavior and all this, then it is the right time where we can use, and it is based on the different situations. Like we talk about in Japan, the total hotel, they have used this robo. Why? Because the situation that compels that less manpower is there. So in that kind of situation, definitely we try to change from human to machine. That's the situation.
Yes, sir. So one more question, very interestingly pertaining to our fraternity.
Yes.
Mr. Gopal Krishna is asking that what are your suggestions to the students and scholars in marketing, and what aspects we should focus more on when it comes to marketing 5.0?
Yeah. Now we are talking about there are 3 challenges. Like as a student, when we do a lot of research or as a research scholar, we try to find out what are the problems, and then we have to address this with all this technology, then it will be better. Now we are talking a lot about technology, but as I have said, whether the marketer is ready and whether the customers are ready, the moment both are ready, we can go for it. Otherwise, it's a waste. Like if customer cannot understand, like, you'll be very surprised to know we are talking so much about technology, but if you see the computer literacy, only 15% people are qualified in this. 70% people, they don't have any reach to the computer, I can say. And 15% are only migrant. So 15% are actually, they are the user of this technology.
Right, sir. Interesting. There is a comment made by Professor R.C. Bhattacharya also. They are talking about how do you teach rural customers the technology aspects of purchasing. So very rightly you pointed to that. So would you want to throw some light on this particular topic, sir?
No, now government is taking a lot of initiative, like we are talking about inclusion and all this. So government is also taking a lot of initiative, how best we can penetrate to rural area, because bottom of the pyramid, that is the future. That's why I have said initially, the value for many as compared to value for money. So that's the thing.
That's an interesting term, value for many. And many of the companies will also agree that they can only generate a lot of revenue if the value for many is provided.
Right.
We have Mr. Vikram Hande who's asking about this question. His comment, he talks about marketing 5.0 is more focused on consumerization of products and services. So to add on that, I would like you to speak something about that. But I would also ask you that are there any type of mass consumerizations also possible?
Yes, ma'am, rightly you have said, we are talking about customization. But there are 4 types of customization exist. One is collaborative, the second one is adaptive, the third one is cosmetic, and the fourth one is transparent. So now you just see what is collaborative. That is all about customization that to a general human being that we perceive. That is what? Suppose you want something and I'll take your input and I'll offer something. That is collaborating between you and me. I am offering the product. That is collaborative customization. What is adaptive customization? Now marketer, they are offering certain products where there are a lot of options are there. I can give an example of a mosquito repellent where there are different options, like normal option is there, power option is there. If there are a lot of mosquito infestation is there, you can go for power run. But at the same time, I as a customer, I require the normal one. I can use the same machine, but it is adaptive by both you and me. So that is customized for you and me as well. The third one is about cosmetic customization. What is that? Suppose T-shirts. That is massively produced. But the moment we put our name on that, that is customized for the individual. Like your Parker Beta pen is there. You'll find a lot of gifts are there where I've seen there is an autograph of Big B. So that is also, they have made it. So when I can write my name also on that pen is massively produced, but I can customize. That is cosmetic, just a cosmetic change, cosmetic customization. And what is transparent customization? That is nothing but that without discussing with you, if I'll understand by different sources and research, what you require, what are your tastes and preferences, and the moment you come, I will offer the same. That is transparent customization. So I hope I have answered the question.
Yes, it was a very interesting, example that you gave.
Thank you.
In your presentation, you mentioned about various generations of customers,
Okay.
right? From baby boomers to the alpha generation. So we have one question pertaining to that particular part of your presentation. Mr. Anil Kumar is asking that what could be the additional challenge of marketing 5.0 getting combined with the generation alpha? So I think he wants to ask what are the challenges that
Yes.
generation alpha is going to
Yeah,
be.
I can. Thank you very much for asking this question, sir. Like as I have said, now on the earth, there are 5 generations are there. So it's a challenge for the marketer whether what to offer to whom. For Gen Alpha, definitely the emerging brands, it is most likely to be used by the customers. But if we talk about baby boomers, definitely they will go for established brands. That we talk about when we talk about different categories of NPD, new product development, and when we talk about adopters category. So some are you can say the innovators, at the same time some are laggards. So here, in case of these kind of products, the emerging brands, where you'll find this Gen Alpha will be innovator, but these baby boomers, they might be laggards. At the same time, whichever is embraced by baby boomers might be taking a lot of time for the Gen Alpha to understand and to adapt.
Very true, because you just cannot understand the mentality of these new generations with the kind of technology that is.
And one size doesn't fit all.
True, extremely true.
Yes.
So one more very interesting question. You talked about a lot of technology aspects in your presentation.
Right.
So Mr. R. Harish is asking a question that will AI, machine learning, virtual reality, AR, etc., change marketing in a way will be dramatically different from what it is today? So if so, then how should we prepare for this? Is his question. I think he's asking as a representative of the marketeer as well.
Okay. Thank you very much for this question, sir. Marketing will not change per se, because the objective of if you go by the definition, in short, I'll define marketing, or the Kotler has said like CCDVTP. So you have to identify the customer need and satisfy the customer need profitably. These are all enablers. These technological enablers, they try to mimic the human actions. I have said about 6 actions and 6 technology. These are all helpful. That's why my last statement I have ended with that machine is cool, but human are warm. So human intervention is required. The example that I have given about this robot, you were just sensing the snoring as inquiry, and the robot started waking up the guest. So where there is a limitation, but definitely it will help in expediting our reach to the customer. We can get a lot of information at one go, but at the same time, as I have said, only action. The machine can only help in action. But what is the underlying motive? Like in market research, we talk about that we are seeing something, but what is the root cause of the problem? That we have to find out. And there, the human requirement is a must.
Right. You just cannot rely on technology forever. There will be times when you would.
This is just an enabler. This is just help you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A very interesting question, something that maybe all of us at some point of time have thought about this. Dara Yoganand sir is asking a question that, sir, how you see future marketing through drones?
Yes. When we talk about, I have said about the different things like in advertising and other things are using in distribution. Definitely, it's a helpful thing. And now, like you can say in advertising also, company might be using this. So, but again, it's just enabler. That's it.
You talked about Chat GPT, Geeta, Chat GPT and all in your session. There's one question pertaining to that. Professor Amol Tamboli is asking that how much Chat GPT will impact digital marketing in near future?
Chat GPT will guide you. Like we want certain information. Suppose we can ask any question, we are getting a lot of information. So marketer, just to understand the customer mindset, not individual customer mindset, but in general, what is happening and where we are going, where the present youth are heading. Again, it is based on the product category. Again, it is based on the regional specific, all this thing. Or we can take all the demographic into consideration. We can have the information. Definitely it will helpful. But and after that, you can go for all this digitalization and all this thing. But this is just an enabler so that we can understand the customer in a better way. That's it.
Yeah, maybe better understanding of the customer profiling could be done.
Yes, for customer profiling and segmenting and all this. Yes.
Absolutely.
Like as you're talking, ma'am, just to add, we are talking about customization. Now, marketer, they're talking about customerization. How best they can involve the customer in the production process so that it will be more appealing and acceptable by customer very efficiently.
Right. Sir, maybe last couple of questions because we are running out of time.
Okay.
Can you throw some light on the concept of circular economy and how will this marketing 5.0 impact?
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. Circular economy is the need of the hour, I can tell you, because now a lot of customers, they are purchasing a lot, but there is scarcity of resources, energy and all this. So when we talk about, this reminds me, there are different, you can say oceans. We know red ocean strategy, blue ocean strategy, but I was just going through a author of Indonesia. His name is Danai Chancauchai. He talks about white ocean strategy. And the message here is we should see world as a globe and how best we can, world as a family rather, and how best we can address to everyone and efficiently. So the moment we talk about circular economy, instead of throwing a product out, now marketer have started doing this. Like you take the example of Maruti pre-owned car. They're taking this and they're doing some modifications. And again, they're giving some guarantee and the target audience is there. Instead of wasting this raw material and again preparing a lot of products to be purchased by the marketer, why not to use the existing material, again, put it and reframe it, rebrush it, and then offer to the marketer so that you can save a lot of manpower, energy, and we can help the economy to grow. That is my answer to this circular economy.
Perfect, sir. Sir, now as academicians, some of us who are joined in, the biggest question is, should we change our pedagogy of teaching when it comes to marketing 5.0 coming into the picture? Is there a requirement to change the pedagogy, maybe the syllabus or the way we teach? Because we are teaching the alpha generation also.
Yes.
And we are teaching a new concept also. So how do we approach in the new event of marketing 5.2?
Right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this nice, excellent question. Thanks to sir who has asked this question. It reminds me a statement that if I'll tell you, you'll forget. If I'll show you, you may remember. If I'll involve you, you'll understand. So my answer to all these academicians, I think there are a lot of stalwarts are here. But my way of thinking is that if we involve the students to practically know how the marketer, they're using all these tools, whether it is robo, how it is being used in hotel, or how AI is being used, how these retail outlets, they are using this augmented reality, virtual reality, and all this. how insurance company they are using this for claim settlement. All this thing, a practical exposure is the need of the hour. So we can have some theoretical session, some case studies, at the same time, some real life example as well as the industry intervention is required. So we can take a lot of help from, and now industry is also ready to contribute to the growth of the society. So I think they will also come forward so that it's a win-win situation. If the students, they know, they will not spend time again in giving training, again to know the employee should know all this. So when we teach about all this practically, I think this will be more beneficial, and rather it will be application oriented, the pedagogy.
Right. Maybe, sir, this could be the last question because we are almost running out of the time.
Thank you.
Shiva Kumar, sir, is asking that, is marketing completely dependent on AI and social media platforms? Because you initially started with technology and you ended up.
Yeah, that's what I have said. That you just see that it is required, but not at the cost of the human. So it is just enabler. This is just helpful in giving some information. It can read something and tell you something, but definitely human intervention is required to understand the emotion and the root cause of the problem as well as solution. Machine can only offer you all this information. That is my answer to this question.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Das.
Thank
Participants, I know we are getting a lot of questions here on the chat box, but we are almost out of time and need to wrap this up. But if you have any further questions, you can connect with our speaker on LinkedIn. He'll definitely, I'm sure, would love to answer all of your questions. Sure. Again, many thanks to our speaker for a wonderful presentation, Dr. Das.
Thank you so much.
I would also like to thank Dr. R. Nandagopal, President, AIMS, Dr. G.K. Shirude, sir, Regional Vice President, West, AIMS, and Vice Chancellor of Sri Balaji University, Pune, AIMS Secretariat, and all the participants who joined us for this particular session. I thank you all for your participation and the lovely and intelligent questions that you've posted. Thank you, Das, sir, and thank you, participants. Have a very good day.
Thank you, everyone.